enough there.
Yeah. What about this town is magical?
Everything is. It's just the people. It's this hub. It's the one thing I miss a little bit about Music Row not being what it was. You know, it got decentralized. It kind of just...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're zooming in on the evolving world of Keith Urban, from big shifts in his personal life to how it's all playing out in the spotlight. If you're into behind-the-scenes stories, heart, and a little Hollywood twist, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Let's get started. Early life. Born Keith Lionel Urban on October 26, 1967, in Whangarei, New Zealand, Keith Urban's early life was a blend of cultural influences and familial passion that would pave the way for his future as one of country music's most dynamic performers. Raised in Caboolture, a rural town just north of Brisbane, Australia, Keith was the younger of two sons born to Marianne and Robert Urban. His father, who owned a convenience store and later worked as a sign painter, played a crucial role in shaping Keith's musical tastes, particularly through his love of American country music. It was Robert who introduced Keith to the twang of artists like Glen Campbell, Don Williams, and Dolly Parton, setting the tone for what would become a lifelong devotion to the genre. Growing up in Australia, Keith's household was modest, but filled with creativity and encouragement. Music quickly became a shared family interest. His parents recognized his fascination with sound at a young age and supported it wholeheartedly. At just 6 years old, Keith began taking guitar lessons, and by the age of 7, he was already winning local talent competitions. His early childhood environment was one where art and expression were not just accepted, they were celebrated. His mother sewed his performance outfits, and his father promoted his gigs, becoming his first unofficial manager. These acts of support created a foundation of confidence and ambition that would guide Keith throughout his formative years. In addition to his musical pursuits, Keith was an energetic and curious child, dabbling in drama and showing a flair for performance from a young age. However, it was always the guitar that held his deepest focus. By the time he reached his teens, Urban had not only become an accomplished guitarist, but also started writing his own songs and performing regularly. His musical influences began to expand, and he developed a signature blend of country, rock, and pop, drawn from a diverse range of artists including Mark Knopfler, Lindsey Buckingham, and Ricky Skaggs. A pivotal moment in Urban's early development came when he began appearing on Australian television talent shows such as New Faces and Have a Go. These national appearances gave him a taste of the spotlight and connected him with musicians and producers who recognized his potential. One such relationship was with local guitarist and mentor Mark Punch, who helped refine Keith's musical style and introduced him to the rigors of professional performance. The exposure and mentorship he received during these formative years provided Urban with not only technical skills but also a growing confidence in his artistry. By his late teens, Urban was a regular presence in the Australian country music circuit, performing in clubs and festivals across Queensland and New South Wales. In 1988, he moved to Sydney to pursue music full-time, fronting a rock-influenced country band and continuing to hone his songwriting. But his ambitions extended far beyond Australia. Inspired by his early exposure to American country legends and a deep desire to test his talent on the world's biggest stage, Keith set his sights on Nashville. The groundwork for Keith Urban's rise was laid early, through a supportive family, an unwavering passion for the guitar, and a relentless drive to perform and connect. His upbringing in a home where country music played from the speakers and where his parents nurtured rather than dismissed his ambitions proved to be the springboard for a career that would eventually span continents and genres.
Dude, I mean, it's kind of you know what it's like when you're working on something and you haven't got the words yet because it's still happening.
Yeah, it's called music.
Yet I've found an entire career out of forcing artists to talk about it.
Career and success. After establishing himself as a rising talent in Australia, Urban made the pivotal move to Nashville in the early 1990s, a decision that would change the trajectory of his life. His early years in the US were marked by perseverance. He initially worked as a session guitarist and joined the country rock trio The Ranch, which released a self-titled album in 1997 to moderate acclaim. Though The Ranch didn't reach commercial success, It proved to be a critical stepping stone and exposed Urban's virtuosic guitar skills and songwriting prowess to the Nashville scene. Urban's true breakthrough came in 1999 with the release of his self-titled American solo debut album. The project featured the chart-topping single, "But for the Grace of God," which became his first song to reach the top of the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. With his smooth vocals, electric guitar-driven sound, and crossover appeal, Urban stood out in a crowded field of country artists, offering something both fresh and rooted in tradition. His follow-up album, Golden Road, 2002, solidified his rising star status. It produced several hits, including the Grammy-winning You'll Think of Me and the anthemic Somebody Like You, which became one of the decade's defining country songs. From there, Keith Urban ascended to the upper echelon of country music. His 2004 album, Be Here, became a commercial and critical juggernaut, spawning 3 singles that rose to the top of the charts and earning him multiple CMA and ACM awards. As his star rose, Urban also became known for his electrifying live performances, which showcased his unparalleled guitar playing and high-energy stage presence. By blending rock elements with deeply personal lyrics and modern production, Urban helped redefine the boundaries of country music. Over the next 2 decades, Urban released a series of successful albums that demonstrated both consistency and innovation. Love, Pain, and the Whole Crazy Thing, 2006, Defying Gravity, 2009, and Fuse, 2013, featured hits like Stupid Boy, Sweet Thing, Days Go By, and Cop Car, each highlighting different facets of his artistry, from introspective ballads to genre-bending radio anthems. His 2016 album Ripcord marked a significant stylistic shift, incorporating EDM and pop influences and collaborations with artists like Nile Rodgers and Pitbull. This creative risk paid off, further expanding his fan base and cementing his reputation as a musical trailblazer. Collaboration has been a defining feature of Urban's career. In addition to duets with fellow country stars like Carrie Underwood, The Fighter, and Eric Church, Raise 'Em Up, he's worked with artists outside the genre, helping to broaden the appeal of country music worldwide. Urban's contributions to the music industry have earned him widespread recognition. He is a 4-time Grammy Award winner and has received over a dozen Academy of Country Music Awards and Country Music Association Awards. He was named CMA's Entertainer of the Year twice and has served as a coach on The Voice Australia and a judge on American Idol, where his insight and warmth helped shape the next generation of performers. His influence extends beyond the stage as he became a spokesperson for sobriety and wellness, frequently discussing the importance of mental health in interviews and public appearances. In recent years, Keith Urban has continued to evolve. His 2020 album, The Speed of Now, Part 1 featured a global sound and diverse collaborations. In September 2024, he followed up with High, which debuted with the single Straight Line, and included a duet with Lainey Wilson, underscoring his willingness to explore fresh sounds and partnerships. He remains actively connected with fans via immersive live streams, global touring, including his High and Alive World Tour in 2025, and a deluxe edition of High released in late 2025 to keep momentum high.
You know, a certain period of time, I couldn't make any money here, not legally, so I could come for a couple of weeks, try and get with people to write, and then I'd have to go back to Australia. And I was doing little shows at corner pubs or wherever I could on my own solo to just stock money away so I could then get another plane ticket, come back, and just keep doing this back and forward.
Income and net worth. Keith Urban's financial success is a result of a dynamic, genre-defying career that spans music, television, touring, and entrepreneurial ventures. With an estimated net worth between $75 million and $100 million, according to multiple sources, Urban has built a substantial fortune through a combination of artistic excellence, strategic collaborations, and international appeal. As one of the most successful country artists of the 21st century, his income reflects both his longevity and his versatility in the entertainment world. At the core of Urban's wealth is his multi-platinum music career, which has earned him consistent revenue through album sales, digital downloads, and streaming royalties. With over 20 million albums sold worldwide and numerous chart-topping singles across the US, Australia, and beyond, Urban has established a global presence. His work as a songwriter also contributes significantly to his income, with publishing royalties continuing to generate revenue long after initial releases. In addition, his songs are regularly licensed for television, film, and advertising, adding another layer to his earnings. Touring is a major revenue stream for Keith Urban. Known for his high-energy, guitar-driven live shows, he has headlined countless arena and stadium tours across North America, Australia, and Europe. His Graffiti U World Tour, Ripcord World Tour, and other headlining runs have grossed tens of millions of dollars, fueled by strong ticket sales, VIP experiences, and extensive merchandise lines. Urban is also a favorite at music festivals and country music events, often commanding premium performance fees. Urban has also earned significant income from his television work, notably as a judge on American Idol. Between 2012 and 2016, his role on the show not only boosted his public profile but reportedly earned him several $1 million per season. In the realm of endorsements and brand partnerships, Urban has built a savvy business portfolio. He has released his own signature line of guitars, the Keith Urban Player Series, which combines affordability with quality for aspiring musicians. These instruments have been marketed through home shopping networks and retail outlets, generating impressive sales and adding to his revenue. He's also partnered with brands like Infinity and Cotton On Foundation, demonstrating his ability to leverage his image for both commercial and philanthropic endeavors. Keith Urban's financial achievements are the result of sustained excellence, global reach, and a willingness to evolve with the times. Lifestyle Insights. Keith Urban's life beyond the stage is a blend of artistic curiosity, spiritual growth, and quiet simplicity, a reflection of a man who has walked through personal challenges to emerge more grounded and self-aware. After years of living life in the fast lane, Urban has embraced a more balanced, intentional way of living, one that reveals the depth of his personality and values. Known for his love of music from a young age, Urban's personal interests often circle back to creativity. In his downtime, he's not just a performer. He's an avid songwriter, tinkerer, and guitar enthusiast. His fascination with guitars goes beyond playing them. He collects them, modifies them, and even designed his own signature line. Urban has described the guitar as his lifelong companion, and he often spends hours alone experimenting with sounds and songwriting techniques. He's also a fan of visual art and photography, both of which fuel his inspiration and allow him to explore beauty outside of sound. Urban also has a deep interest in technology and production, frequently diving into music editing and sound engineering in his personal studio. He often experiments with digital soundscapes and loves discovering new gear, elements that have helped him stay ahead of musical trends and push the boundaries of the country genre. When he's not immersed in music, Urban prioritizes spending time with his two daughters. Urban has spoken lovingly about his role as a father, describing it as his most rewarding responsibility. Whether it's attending school events or taking quiet family trips, Urban cherishes normalcy away from the spotlight. A lesser-known but defining aspect of Keith Urban's lifestyle is his journey through addiction and recovery. He has openly shared his struggles with substance abuse and credits his sobriety, achieved in the mid-2000s, as a major turning point in his life. Since then, Urban has remained sober and vocal about the importance of mental health, resilience, and self-compassion. This honesty has not only earned him admiration from fans, but also inspired others facing similar battles. In terms of philanthropy, Urban is deeply committed to giving back. He has supported numerous causes, particularly those related to music education, disaster relief, and cancer research. One of his most consistent efforts is his involvement with the Country Music Hall of Fame's All for the Hall initiative, which raises funds for music preservation and education. He has also performed at benefit concerts for causes ranging from AIDS awareness to bushfire recovery in Australia. Urban often uses his platform to draw attention to underrepresented causes and is known for his humility and hands-on approach to charitable work. Keith Urban's fashion sense mirrors his personality: cool, modern, and slightly rebellious. Known for his edgy, rock-influenced style, he often sports fitted jeans, graphic tees, leather jackets, and boots. His tattoos, tousled hair, and understated jewelry add to his effortlessly stylish look. On red carpets, he steps into designer suits with subtle flair, always maintaining a sense of individuality. Whether casual or dressed up, Urban's style remains consistent with his identity. Authentic, slightly edgy, and refreshingly laid back. While Urban has largely stayed away from tabloid controversies, he has faced public scrutiny during his earlier years of addiction. However, his openness about these challenges and his determination to grow from them has reshaped public perception and added depth to his persona. Rather than being defined by missteps, Urban has become an example of transformation, showing that vulnerability and honesty can lead to strength and redemption. Keith Urban's lifestyle today is a portrait of artistic passion, family devotion, and personal evolution. It's a lifestyle that reflects a man who is not just surviving the spotlight, but thriving in it with heart, humility, and a deep appreciation for every note, every moment, and every second chance.
Simply because Nick had such a truly otherworldly aura about her, and I felt a bit like I was meeting a real-life princess. I know a lot of you can relate to that.
Relationships and personal life. Keith Urban's personal and professional life has always been underpinned by the meaningful relationships he has formed. And as recent developments show, even long-standing connections can evolve in unexpected ways. The most significant chapter in his personal life began with his marriage to Academy Award-winning actress Nicole Kidman. The pair met in January 2005 at the G-Day USA Gala in Los Angeles and married the following year in June 2006 in Sydney, Australia. Over nearly 2 decades together, they built a life anchored in both love and mutual ambition, welcoming 2 daughters, Sunday Rose Urban, born July 2008, and Faith Margaret Urban, born December 2010. Sources confirm their separation was officially filed on September 30th, 2025, after living apart since the summer and the marriage ending due to irreconcilable differences. The divorce marks a turning point. Insider reports say Nicole sought to salvage the marriage, but Keith reportedly moved into a separate residence in Nashville and initiated the separation. The couple's parenting plan designates Nicole as the primary residential parent, with the daughters spending 306 days a year with her and 59 days with Keith, typically on alternate weekends. In the aftermath of the split, sources close to Keith suggest he has begun a new chapter in his love life. While no official statement has been made, speculation has grown around his connection with country star Kelsea Ballerini, following his high-profile separation. Reports describe them as friends turned closer. An insider told Now to Love that he and Kelsea are still very close, noting that she is newly single and he has been a supportive presence. Another source indicated Keith has been going out of his way to comfort Kelsea following her own breakup, describing her viewing him as an older brother figure and mentor as much as a friend. Those who know the two say that while nothing has been publicly confirmed, their time together, both in studio sessions and informal meetups in Nashville, has sparked curiosity. Their musical chemistry is reportedly the foundation. Kelsea looked up to Keith as a mentor early in her career, and now some inside Nashville's industry circles believe that bond may be evolving into something more personal. Mixed with the timing of Keith's recent separation and Kelsea's own relationship changes, the rumor mill is very active. Beyond romantic ties, Keith has always cultivated deep familial bonds. He remains close with his older brother Shane Urban and maintains strong connections to extended family in Australia. Living between Nashville, Los Angeles, and Sydney during his marriage, he made a point of returning home for family gatherings or charity events, something friends say helped keep him grounded even amid touring and celebrity life. These roots have become even more significant during this transitional period of his personal life. His professional relationships are likewise extensive and meaningful. Keith has collaborated with a wide range of artists, Carrie Underwood, Eric Church, Pink, and John Mayer among them, building not just creative alliances but lasting friendships. He is known in Nashville as someone generous with his time, open to mentorship, and loyal to those he supports. Throughout all of these relationships, one theme resonates: Keith's values of authenticity, loyalty, and emotional depth. Even now, in the midst of personal change, the way he handles his connections speaks to a man who places meaning over spectacle. The end of his marriage and the possibility of a new relationship with Kelsey illustrate a new phase in his life. One that may reshape public narrative, but remains grounded in the same heart that has defined his private world. Real estate. Following the evolving chapter of Keith Urban's personal life, his real estate portfolio serves as an equally revealing window into his personality, one that values elegance, serenity, and meaningful spaces that nurture both family and creativity. One of Urban and Nicole Kidman's most talked about former homes is their Beverly Hills mansion, a stately 3,977 square foot residence located in the exclusive Beverly Crest neighborhood. Purchased in 2008 for approximately $4.7 million, the property was designed with understated luxury in mind, featuring 5 bedrooms, a home theater, sweeping canyon views, and a lush garden terrace. The couple sold the home in 2021 for a reported $6.8 million, marking the end of an era spent balancing Hollywood work with quiet domestic life. But perhaps their most impressive real estate endeavor was their penthouse apartment in Sydney, Australia, which became a high-profile topic among design aficionados and fans alike. The chic, contemporary residence spans multiple floors of a converted historic building in the upscale neighborhood of Milsons Point. With floor-to-ceiling windows offering panoramic views of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and Opera House, the home combines luxury with intimacy. Complete with a private lift, a designer kitchen, spa-like bathrooms, and bespoke interior finishes, the space exemplified the couple's love for blending modern architecture with timeless aesthetics. The property was reportedly valued at over 10 million Australian dollars, and it remains one of their most iconic acquisitions. Another beloved property from their past was their Bunya Hill estate in Sutton Forest, located in New South Wales's Southern Highlands. A classic Georgian mansion on 45 hectares of land, the home was purchased in 2008 for about 6.5 million Australian dollars and served as a peaceful Australian retreat for the family. The property boasted 6 bedrooms, wraparound verandas, manicured gardens, a tennis court, and equestrian facilities. They sold the estate in 2020, signaling a shift away from their more rural retreats towards city-centered luxury. Currently, Keith is said to spend most of his time in Nashville, maintaining a private estate in the affluent Green Hills neighborhood. While details are closely guarded due to his recent separation from Kidman, sources suggest his home includes a spacious recording studio, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a meditation garden, spaces that align with his focus on creativity and wellness. The property reportedly has multiple bedrooms and guest wings, as well as a large open-concept kitchen and living area with rustic contemporary design elements, exposed beams, natural wood floors, and art collected over years of touring. More recently, in the wake of his split, insiders hint that Urban has been quietly spending time at a newly purchased lakefront home near Franklin, Tennessee, where he's been seen hosting intimate gatherings and spending more time with close friends, including rumored new companion Kelsey Ballerini. The property, rumored to have cost over $4 million, is said to feature a private dock, recording space, and sprawling outdoor areas perfect for songwriting sessions or low-key getaways. With 5 bedrooms, an infinity pool, and a glass-walled studio overlooking the water, the home reflects a subtle shift in Urban's lifestyle, leaning into solitude, inspiration, and the beginning of a new chapter. Cars and vehicles. Much like his music and lifestyle, Keith Urban's relationship with vehicles tells a story of evolution, from humble beginnings to the sleek luxury that now complements his global success. Before the platinum records, sold-out tours, and international acclaim, Urban's early life in Caboolture, Queensland, revolved around simplicity. His first car, reportedly an old Holden Kingswood, was a reliable, no-frills Australian sedan that reflected the small-town, down-to-earth energy of a young man still chasing a dream. Urban has recalled those early days with affection, often driving to small gigs with his guitar in the back seat and nothing but hope fueling the ride. As Urban's career gained momentum in Nashville, His automotive choices began to reflect both his rising stardom and his evolving tastes. Never known for flaunting excess, Urban leaned toward refined performance over flash. Over the years, he's been spotted in classic American muscle cars, such as a vintage Ford Mustang, reflecting his rocker roots and love for timeless design. The Mustang, with its gritty soul and iconic silhouette, fits the duality of Urban's brand, polished yet rebellious. In recent years, his garage has expanded to include modern luxury vehicles, including a black Range Rover, a favorite among touring artists for its comfort, off-road capabilities, and understated class. Urban has also been seen driving a Bentley Continental GT, a high-performance luxury coupe that matches his clean-cut style and global appeal. While he doesn't flaunt his car collection publicly, those close to him say he's an enthusiast at heart, favoring vehicles that are both stylish and high-functioning. Notably, Urban has also embraced sustainable choices, occasionally driving a Tesla Model S, aligning with his forward-thinking attitude and quiet commitment to environmental causes. Though not a vocal environmentalist, his interest in electric vehicles reflects a broader awareness that's consistent with the calmer, more introspective lifestyle he's adopted in recent years. Given his demanding schedule, tour buses and private jets have become essential to his professional life. His custom tour bus is outfitted with a mobile recording studio, lounge area, and sleeping quarters, allowing him to stay creatively engaged while on the road. When time is tight between gigs, Urban opts for private air travel, a necessity for global tours and international family commitments, particularly with his ties to both Nashville and Sydney. That brings us to the end of this story. If you enjoyed it, don't miss the other celebrity journeys waiting for you on screen. Thanks so much for watching.